Vine Del Derp turns and looks over his shoulder. Her shoulder? Let's find out. Wait, they're dead. And sees Sky running across the battlefield in their direction. They turn back to Fran, the horse lady, and grin a rictus grin, and then strike at her twice.
Oh.
No. Double no. No.
Does Ty go to the attacker? I thought Ty goes to the defender.
Ty goes to the attacker. You have to equal or exceed the armor class.
I always forget that, probably because I want to.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You take 1 damage from the first vine attack, and you take 4 damage from the second vine attack.
That's plenty to take Fran down.
No!
He goes down fighting to protect the horse, as a good Ostler should.
Nail. All right. Then, little Jimmy, what will you do?
Little Jimmy stops his crying fit, picks himself up, dusts himself off, and he's gonna go look for that arrow he fired.
Cool.
It went wide. It was originally at Froge Duday.
Kind of like over here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll 1d20. And on a 10 plus, you succeed.
Nah.
Nope. Negative. Are you gonna like run it more further in the direction of Vine Del Derp, or are you just gonna...
Oh, no. I'm gonna go find that arrow.
Okay, cool. Vine Pabegi is asleep, but we will mark down her sleep by 1. So now it's at 5 instead of 6. And Redra, what do you do?
Redra will carefully walk around Peggy.
Are like all of you just fighting and like...
Yeah, she's kind of like also like mumbling the sleepy sound. She's like, It's actually a Christmas song somehow. It's really weird. It's Holy Night. It's very weird. So yeah, she yeah, it's exactly that song. And she's like,
like a froge.
Yeah, exactly. Don't hit stretch. Okay. Stretch today. Okay, so she's gonna move 30 feet. So she's gonna go help her friends. There's still Guy, right? Who's like not being cool here. Yeah. So she's gonna go with Guy. I can do a back attack now, right? Because I'm a warrior. No bonus for like flank or something.
So like the only thing that positioning matters for is the thief's backstab. But you're a warrior, you get that plus big 1d3, like you're gonna be great.
Okay, yeah, I'll still be there in case they want to leave, right? There's attack of opportunities.
Yep,
so
totally.
I'm there for those attacks. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna try and attack Guy.
Okay.
With a regular attack, cause I still. Oh well, actually. So like there's no penalty to trying to do Mighty Deed of Arms, it's just style points. Okay, then I'd like to try and make him fall. Can I like try to hit his leg and kind of make him get kneeled?
Awesome.
Put him on his knees. Yeah, I'll do the Mighty Deed first. 2. Red. And then I'm gonna attack with the flail because I love the flail. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's +2, so it's a 20. It's a 20.
Absolutely. And
so it's a crit, right? Because 19 and 20 is a crit for me, no?
But it has to be natural. You have to roll on the die 19 or 20, but this is
it's a 17
+1 for 18.
Okay, so it's not a crit. Okay.
You deal 4 damage because your Mighty Deed die applies to damage as well. And then your flail is on fire, Redra.
Oh, that's true. It is on fire.
Would you please roll 1d6?
Yes, I will. 2.
Awesome. So with a mighty swing, your burning flail just explodes Vine Guy's head, and like those silvery seeds go flying everywhere, but blacken and char as your burning flail sweeps through them, and he dies. It is over for Vine Guy. Fantastic. Grow a bless.
Yes.
Bless you, Regiment.
Growl Blast. I chosen his spells, by the way. I'll just quickly name the 4 ones so that people know. I picked, I rolled some. I got Command and Blessing. I also had Detect Evil and Detect Magic, but I swapped those 2 because I could. And I picked Paralysis and Second Sight. However, Donatouche is not Donatouche too well, whatever, it doesn't work. So I think Roll Blast is, even though he's chaotic, he's kind of a good guy. So Donatouche feels compelled to help. Growl Blast feels compelled to help Donatouche. So I'll try to, I guess, lay on hands again.
Fantastic.
And if I roll a 1, then my god is going to be upset even more.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
But if you succeed, Donatouche is going to feel very charitable with her luck in the future.
That's true. I'm there for donate. I'm there for that. I'm there for donate. So lay on hands, and you're neutral, right?
Yes.
So my god won't be too upset. Just slightly irritated at me. Okay. Ta-da. 5.
Oh no.
Can I give her luck?
Now, you can give her luck. She needs. So wait, are you?
So we're-
As
you
Donatouche.
So he's adjacent alignment. So we need, I think, a 12.
Yeah, 12 is when it starts functioning. So you need at least 7.
Ish.
Are you a rogue, Donatouche?
I'm a thief.
Okay, thieves can't spend luck for other people.
Oh.
Only rogues.
My
Oh.
bee.
But we have a rogue somewhere in the party.
Rogue, reveal yourself.
If they
I.
care to.
Do you try to convince the rogue to lend you a hand?
I'm happy to have some convincing happen, but fictionally this is happening like split second wise. so-
Yeah.
Well, also the rogue is unconscious, so it's
Oh.
more of a spiritual thing.
Oh wait, are you Fran the Vine or Fran?
Yeah.
The
Friend the Vine Lady. That's not foreshadowing at all.
Let's see. I think there's a range limit on this, or some kind of limit. Good luck charm.
I'm the Vine Lady, sorry.
Yeah, the ally in question must be nearby and visible to the rogue. So I think
Nothing's visible to her right
that
now.
don't technically qualify as either nearby or visible. So unfortunately,
Sorry.
I think that this lay on hands attempt has failed,
Yeah, I did.
which means that you chalk another notch up in your disapproval.
Really?
So sorry.
I thought it was when I got 1s.
Hang on, let me double check this. I think that when you fail a spellcast as a cleric, and
Really?
including like that, then
I'm pretty sure I just saw when I roll natural 1s that happens. Or when I do something like opposite of chaos.
each failed spell check increases the chance of disapproval. After his first spell check fails in a day, a cleric's natural range of disapproval increases to a natural roll of 1 or 2. So actually, your disapproval is always a 1, and then it should have been upgraded to a 2. Now that you have failed a second spell check, your disapproval range has increased to a 3. That's on PDF page 32 if you want to double check it.
Okay. I'm gonna read that. The
All right,
role lawyer has arrived. I studied in law school just for this.
Yep, it's important.
Just for D&D.
Fortunately, Strej Dudet is fully up and in action. The only remaining person near you, Strej, is Pebegi, who lies on the ground asleep, her vines resting limp against the ground. But Vindel Derp is all the way across the way, Sky and Little Jimmy heading in his direction. What do you do, Strej?
What's my range for choking cloud?
Let's take a look. Magic choking cloud, 50 feet or more, depending on higher spell rolls.
So I could walk and then cast, right?
Yep. You can walk up to 30 feet. And
So I can actually do it then. 35, yeah.
Up to 35, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm Fraj. 35, okay. So Fraj actually will move up. I think this is 35. And
You're
then...
well within range.
Yes, I am. Fresh Today is there for the saves. I have no idea what this spell does, but I will use it.
We're about to find out.
Shocking cloud. And I did pick it as my... Wait, are we daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Oh, so it's super powered, and I picked it as my special spell, because apparently that's a thing. So it has a bonus of 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
So in order to represent the D24, just under the action die inside the hexagon, change that from D20 to D24, and then
Oh, okay.
click
And
to
I have
that.
+1 as well, yeah. I think, oh, that's added naturally. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, 22 + 2.
Whoa, check it out!
Glow! Stretch! Stretch always rolls really well.
rolls.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Roll
Yeah.
1d8 for
I
the
love
manifestation
Stretch.
of this cloud.
2.
2. This is a translucent mist. So on a 24, a single acidic poisonous cloud appears with a radius of 20 feet centered on a target of the caster's choosing within a 100-foot range. For 2d4 plus 4, please roll, rounds, targets in the cloud suffer a -4 penalty to all rolls, take 4 points of damage each round, and must make a fortitude save when first exposed or be poisoned. The caster can direct the cloud by concentrating. It moves up to 50 feet per round.
Damn.
So for
That's-
7 rounds, there is.
A ginormous cloud.
And I'm assuming that you kind of just want to catch Vine Delter. with
Yeah,
it.
that was the plan. I was trying to avoid poisoning all of my friends, if that's possible. I'm okay if it hinders, like if it has to hinder someone, I guess it would be on the pets.
Let's see. I'll put this in the background.
Maybe on Goat Viev.
This is a translucent mist, huh?
Yeah.
Choose this color and that color. Cool. So it has a 40-foot diameter, 20-foot radius. Let's see. And that's gonna go from like here. Whoop. And 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. There's a cloud of fog. A choking cloud. So, the first time this appears, the target has to make a fortitude save or be poisoned. So, there's no way he can succeed because he's rolling a d20 against a 24. Fails.
Can we call it Fage, please?
Fog?
Yeah, the Fage, yeah.
Amazing.
Like Frubbles.
He fails, he is poisoned, minus 2d4 agility. Minus 2d4. Wait. Roll 2d4. He has lost 6 agility. And suffers a -4 penalty to all rolls, attack, damage, skills, and saves. And takes 4 points of damage each round. And that's it. Okay.
That Delderp.
Ha.
Very cool. Then on its turn, it will take the 4 damage from your choking Fage. Agnes, what do you do?
Agnes. Let's see. We still have Peggy down on the ground here right by us.
Yeah, sleeping for 5 more rounds.
Yes.
Last time she tried to just whack him awake, it didn't go so good. So Agnes is going to try a bit of a different approach here. And Agnes is a coward, is how she became a wizard. She's gonna cast Ekim's mystical mask on herself in an attempt to protect herself again. Well, there's only one person left alive, right? Oh, man.
No.
Two. There's the one in the
yeah.
choking cloud and the one who's asleep.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna do this mythical mask. Pardon me.
Amazing.
I cannot press the button,
Oh no!
but I'm so sorry.
I shall press the button, Agnes. Never fear. Wait, where's the character sheet? Where is it? Oh my god. I have too many character sheets on my table. All right, so Ekim's mystical mask and odd growths appear around you when you cast it. So you cast it at a 24, which is fucking outstanding.
Yes. Awesome.
Oh wait, we've got a D24 for you. We had to reduce that to D20. So you actually only got a 22 instead of a 24.
Less awesome.
Please roll 1d6.
Let's see. Oh, that means I get fields of wheat.
Yes, the entire like plateau that y'all are standing on just bursts forth with wheat.
Marcus is everywhere.
Whinnies in delight and immediately begins chomping on the wheat that has sprung up next to him. Fantastic. So what does Ekim's mystical mask do when you roll a 24? The mask protects the caster against physical attacks.
Wait, did I get a 22 in that end, you said?
Oh yeah, you're right.
It is
Sorry.
slightly less cool, but also interesting, so.
Transforms the caster's face into a horrible visage. Each round, you can attempt to instill fear in one creature. The target creature must make a will save or flee for 1d4 plus your caster level rounds. The targeted creature must be able to see the caster clearly to be affected by the gaze. The caster can attempt to affect one creature each round for the duration of the spell and can try to instill fear on the same creature more than once, requiring it to make a new saving throw with each attempt. The caster's face becomes monstrously demonic while this mask is in effect. What does it look like, Rachel?
We're going for a really, really creepy face here. We've got like just, like brownish, orangish, just like flops of skin, almost like a froze kind of bulbous neck situation, and then just real white around the eyes, and then just like huge white bushy, eyebrows, and then just like a really impractical kind of shell flop of cotton candy white hair. And she's gonna crouch down real low, and she's gonna try and like just be looking at Pabegi for when Pabegi wakes up.
Amazing. All right, fantastic. And how long does this last? It lasts for 1 round per caster level.
Deal.
So, yeah. All right, awesome. Then, Dunetouche. Life passes from your body.
I died?
We will find out.
Oh,
after,
great.
we will find out after the fight, but you're like beyond the point of magical healing to bring you back. It might be that if we turn you over, we might discover that you still yet live and bring you to a surgeon.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. There's a 50% chance.
Take it.
Vine Del Derp immediately takes 4 damage. Cool. And then, like, there's this translucent mist all around him. Let me take a look at the stats of these vine creatures. Yeah, I think it's gonna run this way. Yep, it's just gonna run up to Sky.
Excellent.
It's gonna run up to Sky, and it's going to attack twice.
It's a lot of attacks.
2. Yeah, man.
Well, the 15's gonna hit.
Take 2 damage, Sky, but that's it.
1 HP remaining.
Fran the horse lady.
Is
You bleed out.
unconscious.
Life passes from
No!
your body. We can roll you over after the fight to see if you still live.
I hope so. But if
Why
not, then
It's
she
50
died
club.
doing what she can feel vindicated in her death.
Nihil might even think that your fall brought about the field of wheat, so.
That's true.
True. All right, Babs, what do you do?
All right, I can't magic missile anymore. Man. And I don't want to use one of my gems yet. So, I think I'm going to go try to help with Vindel Derp. Can I make it all the way over there?
Looks pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can double move to get over there, but then you won't be able to take an action. Or you
Nah,
can move
I'll
here and then-
what? Wait, Pabegi's still asleep, right?
Yes.
So there's nothing really over here that I can do, right?
No.
Yeah, I'll move as far as I can.
Okay.
To here. Can I move
Cool.
there?
Yep, absolutely. All right, Sky. You're facing off against Vindel Derp.
I am wounded, but I see I have reinforcements aplenty. Oh no, but Vindel Derp goes right next. Oof.
True.
Okay, so I'm going to make an attack, and I'm going to use my whatchamacallit to try and push her. Mighty Deed. Push her away from me so I can retreat after I make my attack.
You could potentially try to push her into the cloud of Foge.
She is affected by that, right?
By the Foge?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then let's do that. So here's the Mighty Deed. It's gonna work if I can hit. And I can hit!
Take it out! You did
That
it!
is 10
Nice.
damage and 19 to hit.
Wow, so 10 damage, and you push Vindel Derp back into the Foge.
And I will use this opportunity to skedaddle.
Amazing. Fantastic. Vindel Derp immediately takes 4 damage from being in the Foge. And dies.
Ribbit.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, folks, there's only Vine Pabegi left, and she's still asleep. What do you want to do?
Can we just leave?
Throw her in the Foge.
You could totally just like grab people and run.
And pets.
And
I
then
like-
move the Foge over it.
I like the idea
yeah.
of picking her up by hands and legs and chucking her into the Foge.
Okay. Yeah. Growlbless is kind of into it. And
Okay.
Strange
Alright.
Today also.
but
Cool. So I'm gonna.
Babs
I'm
is
gonna
like,
say-
but is there any way like we could like unvine her though? Like, should we like take her to the doctor? Like, have that looked at?
Growlbless looks at her and is like, all hope is lost.
Oh, okay.
The chaos has spoken.
So you're gonna pick her up and chuck her into the Foge.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you huck her in. She lands 10 feet.
We
inside.
very carefully pick her up. It's like, ooh, we
Are you-
swaddle her into the
Are you
Foge.
placing her like.
No, but we chuck her in the Foge, but we pick her up and
Yeah, okay.
carefully bring her there, though.
You're whispering Silent Night.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleep like a froge. Don't worry. There's
Into the Foge. All right. Silent Foge.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that maneuver just takes a round. So
Yeah.
I've counted down I've counted down her sleep counter 1. And then little Jimmy, it's your turn.
I'm still looking for that arrow.
Oh yeah, you find it by now.
Ah, great. 1 arrow.
Fantastic. So it's Vine Pabegi's turn next, and as the acid eats into her skin, she awakens. So first, she takes 4 damage.
Yeah.
-4.
Strange is really excited about that. Like every time the cloud does damage, she's like,
You should all place yourselves like within 30 feet of her, basically,
Why?
but like wherever you want to be.
Because we chucked her in.
Yep.
But it doesn't take everybody to chuck her in, right? That's a two-person
Whoever-
job.
Whoever was part of chucking her in should place themselves within 30 feet of her. So who was-
Well,
She has a 30-foot explosive range, guys. Be careful.
wait. Does Growlabless know Pebeggy's alignment still?
I don't even remember Pebeggy's alignment. I don't think that Pebeggy had an alignment. Probably it's just neutral.
Oh, you're right. So it's fine, right? I don't have to worry about upsetting Bobugbubilz.
I also am gonna say that like I said, Babs was kind of like, well, why do we have to kill her? So I think Babs would have taken just a couple steps back.
Okay,
Yeah, Red and Growlabless are like embracing this.
cool. All right, so Pebeggy wakes up. Pebeggy takes 4 damage. Pebeggy makes a fortitude save. And succeeds.
Ooh.
So Pebeggy does
Uh-oh.
not get poisoned, but Pebeggy does step forwards to Growlabless
Uh-oh.
and to strike twice.
Uh-oh.
Twice?
Twice, every time.
Oh, God. Well, that's a terrible one.
Oh,
and that's really
that was
good.
a fumble, actually. So the second one hits. Well, let's double check the rules for that fumble because it might just like end its turn.
Yes, and a turn. Yes.
Rolls.
That sounds about right to me.
Interesting to note, warriors and knights, and only warriors and knights, may burn 1 point of luck to cancel a roll on the fumble chart. Yeah, let's see. So I need to see monster stuff. Let's see.
Not Growlabless.
Let's see. This is an undead. It's got 2 hit dice, so it's rolling a d6. So I'm just gonna roll that on the fumble table. Six. Wow. Yeah, the result here reads, your weapon becomes entangled in your armor. You must spend the next round untangling them. In addition, your armor bonus is reduced by 1 until you spend 10 minutes refitting the tangled weapons.
Mhm.
So, because this person isn't wearing weapons or armors that actually meaningfully function, I'm just going to say that, like, their vines get them caught up. And, like, their vines are reducing their armor class. And their vines mean that they cannot attack until they spend a full round untangling themselves. So, they don't get that second attack. They don't hit you. And now it's Redre's turn.
Thank you, Bobugbubilz. Redre is ready to attack, yeah. Redre doesn't want to step into the fudge, but would like to push. So I'll just move over here and try to push her, Peggy, further into the fog. So that's my mighty deed of arms.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll roll the mighty deed first because I like it. +3, beautiful. And now the push with the flail. Is it still inflamed?
Yeah, that lasts 6 rounds. or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. It's a 19.
wow.
So it is a crit. It is a crit. A 19 is a crit.
A 19 is a crit. So what's your crit die and what's your crit table?
And it was a +3, so it was a 23, by the way.
Totally. And also you deal 10 damage.
Yeah, it's kind of the end. Crit table, what do I do?
What's your crit die?
My crit die is... Oh, okay, I got that. Oh, okay, I found it. It's D12, and my crit table is 3.
Cool. Go ahead and roll 1d12. 7. Strike to the hand knocks weapons into the air. The weapon lands 1d20 plus 5 feet away. The spy doesn't have weapons, so it's a brutal strike to the torso. You inflict plus 1d8 damage with this strike.
Oh god, so I got D8, and I got a D6 as well, I think,
Yes,
right?
this is an
It's
incredible
ridiculous. Yes.
So you just dealt 16 damage, which is
Is it?
Oh, thank you.
Bless you.
A 4 to now unheard of damage.
Bless
His
you.
uncle.
So much damage, it's making me sneeze. Oh my god.
That's the meta.
Pebeggy explodes. Just completely deleted, utterly destroyed. All
That'll
threats
happen.
have been extinguished. And now, you know, like the fog cloud, fauge cloud drifts
Yeah.
away after some
Yeah.
time. The face mask that, is it Danetouche? No, wait, that Agnes is wearing? Fades away. People like, you know, like stanch the various wounds that they've suffered, Sky, for example. And then, now it is time to roll over Danetouche and Fran the horse.
Da da da.
So the way
Come on,
that
buddy.
this works, let's see, chapter 4, combat, damage, and death. Yeah. Yes, recover. So this is recovering the body. So for each level past the first, a character has another round that they can be saved by healing. So we get 1 round for these characters who were knocked out, but a third level character would get 3 rounds. But if you can recover the body, the person may not have truly been killed. They may have been knocked unconscious or simply stunned. If a character reaches a dead ally's body within 1 hour, the dead character may make a luck check when his or her body is rolled over. On a successful check, the dead character was badly injured but is not permanently killed, and the ally is able to keep him or her alive. So, Fran, why don't we do you first?
Whoa, come on.
What's your luck, Fran?
10.
That is a successful check. You rolled under your luck. Fran is not actually dead.
Woohoo!
She's just been knocked out. So let's see. Once an ally shakes you awake, you recover 1 hit point. You're groggy for the next hour, facing a -4 penalty to all of your rolls, and you sustain a permanent injury of some kind, reflected as a permanent -1 penalty to strength, agility, or stamina. So please roll 1d3, Anna.
Oh no.
Your stamina has been dropped by 1.
Mm.
And now we do the same with Danetouche. So
Okay, so I'm just rolling the luck button.
you're going to press the luck button, and you want to see a result that is lower than... the way that we do a check actually is not to press the luck button, but to press... Let's see, Danetouche. Oh, where is it? I've already got you open. There we go.
I pushed the luck button. Is that what I wasn't supposed to do?
So the reason not to push the luck button is because it will add your luck modifier into it, and all we really want is... it's this luck check.
Oh, luck check. Okay.
Yep, click that. Look at that.
Super successful.
Nice.
So excited.
Danetouche is also not dead. You
Back,
recover 1
boys!
hit point.
Okay. This is Oh no, I didn't want that one though.
So that is your agility drops by 1 down to a 17.
Oh, but my mod's still 3, baby. Oh no, wait, that's
Wow.
yeah.
There
No,
you
it's
go.
2 now.
There you have it. So
There's got to be flavor to the permanent injury.
Mhm.
yep. Tell me what you think.
It's damage to her stamina, so I feel like it would be something to do with like breathing or heart or something like that. So maybe the slash, like, maybe it messed up her nose.
Okay.
She can't breathe as well anymore.
Yeah.
Her nose is kind of like permanently,
Smashed.
yeah, one side of it's kind of smashed in.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think, Rachel? What for Danetouche?
For Danetouche, she got attacked by one of these plant monsters, and it affected her agility. So I'm gonna say that she's got a shin splinter.
Yep. Totally. Cool. Well, then, my friends, after this harrowing adventure, you are able to recover both Gotoviev and Nahil. I think you already had the dogs, Anna, Rachel.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dogs came with us.
Good. Yep. And then you're able to make the 1 hour hike back down to the boat.
Definitely worth it.
Back
Hey.
down to the hardship.
Yes, back down to the hardship. And actually, like, you didn't lose anything major in this encounter, and you recovered 2 animals. So if we're talking like net gain versus net loss, you're up 2 animals.
Fran is just proudly leading them back onto the ship with like a set jaw, knowing that her purpose has been fulfilled.
Awesome.
Inatush is dramatically like limping by you and looking at you like every chance she gets.
Grolabless is the only person that seems a little bit down. Grolabless just feels really sinful in regards to Bobugbubilz.
Yeah.
So he's like kind of walking shamefully back onto the hardship.
Now, you said that you had figured out disapproval.
Yeah.
Tell
So
me.
it's not it is bad, but it's not as bad as I thought. I guess. I mean, you'll have to chip in here, but so the first thing I did was in sinful use of divine power.
Yes.
So I think it's up to your discretion how bad it is considered to have done this.
Let's
From
see.
1 to 10. 1 is like a minor not listening to my DT. A 10 is like I went really against chaos.
Yeah.
Considering it was a frog,
Yeah.
and Bobugbubilz is a frog, I would plead that it's worth 1 sinful use.
I am actually in agreement. I think normally Bobugbubilz would be a little more harsh at your healing of a lawful character, but given that poor Stroge is merely a wayward sheep who has strayed from the flock, you only gain 1 disapproval for that.
Yeah.
I think generally healing someone of the opposed alignment, or like depending on whether they were your ally or whether they were
Yeah.
like an enemy of yours, would give you like 2 to 4. But for the case of Stroge, you get +1.
I agree. And the other mechanic, because I failed, actually just if I get a nat 1, I think it's like rolling on a disapproval table.
Yes, exactly.
But I didn't get a nat 1. It was just a failure. So it just ups my disapproval counter, and it goes from 1 until 20. So
Yeah.
I guess now it goes from 1 to 2 because I failed 1 time. And now what happens, it ups the pressure because my fail roll is now a 2 for next time.
And actually, it goes to 3 because your disapproval starts at 1.
Oh.
So it went up from 1 to 2 for healing Stretch, and then from 2 to 3 for failing the spell.
But that's the thing. I think it's different. I think it's just a counter. It's like a disapproval. It's like a pressure counter. And when I then fail the disapproval meter, then I do get a disapproval.
Yeah, so you haven't like, what I'm saying is that your counter starts at 1,
Yeah.
and you healed a person of the opposing alignment, which puts your counter to 2.
I don't know if
And
it does. Oh, so I don't have actual disapproval happening? That's where I'm confused.
You're just increasing your counter.
Oh, so I don't have an actual disapproval from Bobugbubilz
No,
that
I mean,
has
like,
problems.
Fictionally, what's happening is that Bobugbubilz is looking at your actions and judging you a little more harshly. So like there is like attention from your god, but it's not like, hey, boom, you need to convert someone to me right now, or you need to sacrifice 50 gold pieces to me right now.
Okay, because at
Yeah,
page
that's-
122, that's where I do a roll, and I
Yes.
think that's when I fail.
Yes, when you
Then
roll under,
Yeah, the
when you roll
disapproval.
equal to
Yeah.
or under your current disapproval range, that's when you have to roll.
Yeah. Okay, now I get it. And then there's something like
Yeah.
must atone for sins, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blah,
okay.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so I'm at 3. Now I get it. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Now
Awesome.
I completely get it.
So, the 9 of you, 11, or I guess 14 of you, counting the dogs, sail happily once again down the phlegm towards Loth Pertinence, the city great. And I return to the question I asked at the start of today's adventure. How do you approach the city? Where do you dock or anchor?
Well, Agnes makes it known that she is very wary of the city because she's not quite sure how her patron is going to try and receive her and maybe even do Nitouche. So she would advocate for sort of the back door.
Hmm.
Because why not go with stealth? What is the point of announcing ourselves to a grand city who cares not at all for us? We go in the back, we do what needs to be done, and we get out with no extra attention.
Fran just wants to make sure there's a place to feed and water and rest the horse and goat and dogs. And Babs doesn't care, but probably just wants to find some alcohol wherever they go.
People with their needs and their desires and their plans, can't they just like go with the flow and let the tide take us wherever, and like we'll just wash up on shore where the ocean brings us? Like, just get along, you know, roll with the punches, go with the flow. This guy's okay with anything. Little Jimmy doesn't care.
Cool. It sounds like the strongest preference is to find like, you know, some other cove maybe nearby to anchor in, and then like I guess you'd either have to beach the ship or swim to shore and then like walk to the city.
I'm for it.
Sure.
Let's beach the boat so we don't drown in DCC. Inevitably it'd be some make a strength check or
Oh, look at that, you rolled a fumble on the drowning chart, and also your god is mad at you for drowning, and you trigger corruption for the magic waters that you're trying to swim through.
Well, our ship, we boarded it the first time because we were able to, it pulled up kind of on a rock with an overhang and like let us off. Would it be so kind as to do that again? And do we need to anchor it, or will it like hang out and wait?
I think that like anchoring it is how you get it to hang out and wait, basically.
Okay.
Other than that, like the Starless Sea was a place that seemed not to have tides and not to have currents, whereas like out in the ocean, I think it's a little bit uncertain whether this ship will be in the same place when you try to come back to it later. But you're able to sail down the River Phlegm, out through the mouth into the sea, and sort of like down the coast an hour or so until you find like a little rocky cove. And you said you wanted to beach the ship?
I think so.
Yeah, as long as that doesn't cause any like damage to the ship, as long as that's like a normal way to keep it there.
I think like when you're not under any pressure, when there's no like storm or anything happening, when you're like spending your collective willpower to directing the ship well, you can find a nice soft patch of sand and like coax the ship up slowly so it just
Nice.
And then you like, you know, chuck the anchor overside so that like high tide doesn't sweep it away or anything like that, and then you know you're fine. Like you'll just launch later when high tide comes around and you can get back out onto the waves.
Can we like boop, boop, like put a defensive kind of spell on the ship by any sense, or is it like bonded to us? Will it accept other masters?
Do you have
it gonna
any
be here?
kind of defensive spells you could put on the ship?
Let's find out, Agnes. I do have them. Oh, I can only self-cast the mask. Sorry.
I have nothing.
I think you've heard of things like that, but I don't think any of you have any spells that can just be like set up as a trap.
Oh, well, wait. I maybe I have a sales pitch here.
Okay.
So I do have command. And
Okay.
I'm wondering, could I command the ship to, like, if I find the right word, can I command the ship?
Word of command.
I need you guys to start thinking of the right word of command to get a ship to wait, but for us specifically.
I'm just thinking of Inuyasha, where you'd be like, sit, and it would.
So,
Yeah, well, wait is okay, but like if somebody comes, like.
here's the deal. The thing about command is that it's usually quite short duration. So like even an 18 to 19 is a number of rounds equal to 1d6 plus your caster level. When you start getting to level to like 20 on your skill check, then you're talking about turns, which are 10 minutes long. When you get a 28, you're talking about days. and that's a lot nicer. I don't actually think that you can get a 28 right now, unless, I mean, you can always do some sort of a sacrifice or something.
That's cool.
I killed Trish today. No, I
You got
wouldn't.
nail, so like
Sky will volunteer to stay on the ship and make sure no one else steals
That's a
it
good
while
idea.
we're away.
Yeah,
We are that.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Good idea,
But,
But
Sky.
like, you guys got to go pick up some arrows for little Jimmy if I'm not going to be there to do it.
So there's going to be
Cool.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I think like
I'll note it.
now is the time to like give our denouement of today's session. But you've succeeded in securing yourselves an opportunity that not every newcomer to the city has, which is the opportunity to dodge taxes.
Whoa.
So, your patrons, who will eventually meet you in the city and sweep you into their loving embrace, and induct each of you into their hallowed halls. Your patrons want to get paid, and as your liege lords, they are owed 80% of the valuable value that you have recovered. Oh yeah.
Did you say
And that-
80%?
That's being lenient. They want you to feel welcomed into their bosom. So yes, 80%. But of course, a clever pawn might find a way to hide away some of their ill-gotten gains. But if they see you flinging money around, that might draw a little suspicion onto you, right?
Can we stow any money on the ship before we go?
Totally. And if someone's sticking around to guard it, then like probably you're fine.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
the money doesn't go in the city, it doesn't get taxed, right? It's like if you make
Yeah.
your
Well,
money in the United States
technically-
out of the country, it's fine.
Technically, any money you own, quote unquote own, belongs to your patron. It's more like the patron gives back to you 20% of the money that you got for them. But like, again, if you hide it, if you lie, if you bury it somewhere, if you're clever about it, then you'll have a lot more money to spend. So think about that for the start of next session, because we're definitely kicking next session off with some patron play. And we can see all of your patron characters interacting, facing some of the circumstances they've been facing. There's some really cool, someone has sent a very interesting message to Petrov, the prophet of Teotihuacan, and we'll get to see that play out. And we'll get to see more of like what patrons can do with all of that treasure and money and stuff.
Is this at all how you thought this session would go, Stephen?
No.
You didn't count on us caring about the horse and the goat, did you?
So that's awesome, and I love it. And the entire purpose of this game for me is like it's supposed to be a game that spawns out of the past actions and consequences of past actions. So like I had already written to myself, they buried the corpses in with the vine corpses, make vine creatures attack somewhere. So like
It
you
did
kill
come full circle.
creatures and there are no new corpses there, which means that there's not going to be some vine creatures attacking somewhere, which is awesome. But like I thought that we would see the return of Froge Dudet like another session or two in the future instead of right now.
I
But
do
this is
love
great.
that
I
you
loved
had
it.
planned to bring back Froge, though. That's really good.
Oh yeah. Well, I anticipated us going pretty quickly. Like, we would spend the first hour and a half doing leveling up, and then we would move into the patron stuff. But instead we had a little mini adventure of trying to reclaim our animals, and that was great. And also I thought that it worked really well for like introducing us to all of the class mechanics. So now we're a little bit more familiar with them
Yeah.
for our next adventure.
Yeah, also thanks for being so patient with us and not being upset that we forgot to get our characters all set before the show. It was really fun and you were really helpful and I appreciate it.
It's pandemic world. We meet once a month. I well understand the challenges of like remembering and carving out time to like pore over a book.
That said, this is still a time that I look forward to so much. So I'm so glad we got to play again. And thank you again for being a wonderful GM.
I'm delighted. I had a blast. So why don't we go around the table and say our goodbyes? I'll kick it off and then kick it over to Rachel. And then we can end with Neil, who can sign us out because he's in control. So thank you everybody out there for tuning in to all of our channels. I see like a lot of people watching today. I think we're at like over 250 or so viewers on like channels combined, which is delightful. It's fantastic. And I had a blast. So thank the 4 of you for playing and everybody for showing up. And I think that the Sunfall cycle is still happening next Wednesday on the 23rd. And we might be doing something pretty fun with that episode. So if you're watching that show or curious to see what a holiday episode of a Steven content looks like, definitely check that out. And that's it for me. So Rachel.
I'll be tuning in to Sunfall for continuations of Brit's owl stories. I was so happy to catch that. It was truly an iconic moment in roleplay.
That was really good.
I will be taking a little break for the holidays. The other show I'm doing, Red Sky City, with our Cyberpunk 2044, is coming back in January. I assume we'll be back in January. And in the meantime, I'll just be hanging out at home. If you have the time, the energy, the resources, it's an important time to reach out to your communities and do what you can to help. We've run a lot of awesome charities on this show here already, but there's lots to do just around where you live. So I'm particularly inspired. I'm going to reach out to some local old folks' homes and see if we can get them some presents for people who aren't getting any this year, but whatever creative way you can think to help your community. Whew, gosh dang it, we need it right now. So power to all y'all out there. And I pass it on to Jen.
All right. +1 what Rachel said. It was great. I do have the date somewhere. I will be indeed doing another D&D charity thing, a one-off with another group, but I need to look at the date. So I will announce it on my Twitter, and you can follow me at Livinpink to know when that happens. It's going to happen in early January, and we're going to be raising money for an organization to be determined, but I'm sure it's going to be great. We won't choose a chaotic organization. Don't worry. We'll go with lawful good. To the great despair of Growler Bless. We'll be raising money for lawful good. So yeah, you can follow me at Livinpink, and I stream every Tuesday night around 10 p.m. Eastern time. I change games every time, so you can tune in for that. Lately, we've been playing Phoenix Rising and Portal 2. So you can watch me fail at puzzles. I pass it on to Neil.
Nope.
Anna.
I lied, Anna. Sorry.
My last show before I try to take a holiday break will be Echoes of Eternity on Monday, which will be on my channel, the same channel if you're watching on mine. And that's where I play a Jedi, which is super fun. Knights of Evening Star, which is normally on Tuesdays, and Extra Brains, which is normally on Fridays, are both going to be on break for a couple weeks. So I hope that you will use that time if you want to catch up on either of those shows, or if you want to get some good rest and self-care yourself. And I also would love to remind you that if you need any fantasy-inspired streetwear, you can check out cantripbrand.com. Rachel is modeling our cover bonus cropped tee, a favorite of mine. And I also wanted to second what she said. I have found that in pandemic, it's harder to like go volunteer for the holidays, but a lot of charities are making wish lists, like online wish lists that you can contribute to. I've found some really good ones like Adopt a Family, or like Christmas gift wish lists for children through Amazon. And then also if you go to Amazon charities, there's a whole list of charities you can donate to. And I personally really love that they have a good list of animal shelters that also have wish lists. So you can pick out like toys or beds or medicine that you want to send to the little doggos or kitties. So just a reminder that like, it's actually kind of easy to do something to help, and it feels really good. And I will, also, One last thing, I'm sorry. This is a lot, but I just wanted to mention that if you want more floof pics of this one, you can follow at Happy Niski on Instagram. And I pass it on to Neil.
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/Koibu. We've got a Christmas contest giveaway thing, which you can find in our Discord. I think the prize is a Amazon gift card. And you can find me on my channel or on twitch.tv/Destiny, where we do Tombs of Scoria, which is progressing nicely. I don't think I have anything else for a while. Maybe a show in the middle of the week, but that's it. That's it. We all good?
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye.